This is Doodle News Network, and I am your host, Dirk Doodle. Welcome back to another Entertainment Digest. In today's news, Hugh Grant reveals his distaste for playing an Oompa Loompa, Young Thug's lawyer gives a new meaning to his name, and BBC faces a shutdown from Paramount PRs over Kelsey Grammer's Trump support. Meanwhile, a Florida newspaper is printing Festivus grievances, and MCU's Kevin Feige confirms Robert Downey Jr. won't return as Tony Stark. In a recent BBC interview, Kelsey Grammer confirmed his continued support for Donald Trump. However, the conversation was cut short by Paramount's PR team, according to interviewer Justin Webb. Despite this, Webb insisted that Grammer was perfectly happy to discuss his political stance. Grammer, a known Republican supporter, also expressed support for fellow Trump supporter Roseanne Barr during the interview. Paramount has declined to comment on Grammer's political remarks. Get ready to air your grievances because Festivus is here. The Tampa Bay Times is continuing its annual tradition of publishing readers' complaints in honor of this unconventional holiday, first introduced in a 1997 Seinfeld episode. The Florida newspaper invites people worldwide to submit their grievances on any subject before December 7th. The tradition, introduced to the newspaper 8 years ago by feature writer Christopher Spada, sees a range of complaints from family issues to business gripes. While some submissions are humorous, others are earnest and occasionally quite sad, reflecting the cathartic nature of the Festivus tradition. Hugh Grant, known for his roles in romantic comedies, had a less than enjoyable experience playing an Oompa Loompa in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory prequel, Wonka. The actor expressed his dislike for the motion capture process used to create his character, Oompa Loompa Lofty. Grant found the multiple cameras and apparatuses on his face uncomfortable and was frustrated with the lack of clarity on how to act with his body, which was eventually replaced by an animator. Despite his complaints, audiences are loving his portrayal of the grumpy creature. The film, which also stars Timothée Chalamet and Olivia Colman, hits cinemas on December 8. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has confirmed that Robert Downey Jr. will not be returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Iron Man. Despite recent speculations about the return of original Avengers and the introduction of the multiverse concept, Feige insists on preserving the significance of Tony Stark's final moments in Avengers Endgame. Downey Jr., who transformed his career with his portrayal of Iron Man, has also shown no interest in reprising the role. This marks a new era for Marvel, moving forward without one of its most beloved heroes. Young Thug's defense lawyer Brian Steele has clarified that the rapper's name stands for Truly Humble Under God. Steele also explained that Young Thug's record label, YSL, is a nod to the French fashion house Yves Saint Laurent, not the alleged Atlanta street gang Young Slime Life. Furthermore, Steele debunked claims that Pushin' P, a phrase from one of Young Thug's songs, is gang-related, stating it actually means pushing positivity. Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, is currently facing charges for allegedly co-founding and running a street gang, among other accusations, all of which Steele insists are false. That's it for this week's fill of news from the world of entertainment. Let me know in the comments which story you liked best. Also, if you enjoyed the content, please like the video and consider subscribing. See you next week. 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 Next week, 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 next